Hello everyone, this is L18567, back with another episode of Flowers Summer. Definitely feels like summer. We had another big storm today. Or at least I think we might have. It formed on top of us. This is what's been happening. Oh well. My day-to-day life continues unchanged. Although it's my Amate partner who's now responsible for most of the assistance I need. This is the one aspect of it that hasn't changed at all since I started at the academy. An intimate moment between the two of us in an intimate space. Which is exactly why I figured this is the only time to discuss what happened. To discuss the meaning behind what Suo Shirahane said.
フックマンの正体が分かりましたよ。
I figured the truth about the hookman. Well, I figured out the truth about the hookman.
そう。
Yes. This is the best way. Pauses and washes my legs and murmurs to herself then.
肝試しをしていた上級生のことよね。困ったものだわ。
Some upperclassmen took it upon themselves to test their courage. Whatever are we to do about them? She says with a smile. Just like when I pressed Shirahane. I'm reminded of the scene in the Brothers Karamazov. The scene where the devil tempts Christ, who was fasting in the wilderness by asking him to perform the miracle of turning stones into bread. By analogy, who would make me the devil? This is the best way to Christ figure being tested. I know that she's covering for someone. Is it needlessly cruel for me to shine a light on that which she's trying to conceal?
どうしたの？怖い顔をしているわね。
What's wrong? You're making a rather scary face.
いえ。
Nothing.
今日はすごかったわ。みんなが注目している場で理路整然と。まるで白羽さんみたいに。
You're very impressive today. The way you reasoned it out in front of everyone, you were just like Shirahane.
私は白羽には及びませんよ。
I'm not on her level.
そんなことはないわ。八重垣さんのおかげでみんなフックマンに怯えずに済むようになった。
That's not true. Thanks to you, no one's afraid of the hookman anymore.
怪談話だと思っていた生徒たちも正体が分かった以上、むやみに下校時刻を破ってまで行くこともないでしょうしね。
Not only do those who thought it was a ghost now know the truth, but I don't imagine that anyone else will recklessly break school rules and go outside at the closing time. Sister Basquet smiles at me, but although I feel bad doing so, I shake my head and again repeat that I'm not on Shirahane's level.
白羽は事件がどう転ぼうと真実を明らかにするまっとうなやつです。私は自分に都合が良ければ真実なんてどうでもいい。
Shirahane uncovers the truth and explains how the incident in question went down. She's a good person through and through. I don't care about the truth one bit unless it suits me.
八重垣さん、
Miss Yagaki?
フックマンは複数いたのです。
There wasn't just one hookman. There were several. Sister Basquet tilts her head, apparently struggling to understand my meaning.
それはそうなのでしょう。肝試しに訪れた生徒は一人だけではないのでしょうし。
Yes, that's right. Of course, it wasn't just one student testing their courage.
そうではありません。私があの場で説明したのは全てではない。バスキア教諭、噂が広まるためには種はまかれてなければならないのです。
That's not what I mean. The explanation I gave everyone wasn't the whole story. In order for a rumor to grow, Sister Basquet, the seeds for it must first be planted. I didn't grasp what I'm getting at. A look of surprise first crosses her face, and then one of sadness.
まだ終わったわけではないのですね。
It's not over yet, is it?
始まりのフックマンの正体は突き止めました。
I figured out who the original hookman was. She looks up at me hopefully and I shake my head. I don't want to say this, but...
始まりのフックマンの名前は言えません。ですが、私があの日バスキア教諭が倒れた事件の折、私はフックマンを見ました。
I can't tell you who it was, but I... That night when you fainted, I also saw the hookman.
ええ。気を失った私を助けてくれたわ。
Yes, you came to my rescue when I fainted.
フックマンを追っていたあの時、私は確かに美術室で物音を聞いた。中に人がいる気配を感じました。
But I was pursuing the hookman that night. Well, when I was pursuing the hookman that night, I heard a sound coming from the art room. I felt there was someone in there. I go on to tell her how, just as I was about to open the door, I heard a scream.
私の悲鳴ですね。
Me.
はい。その足で反対側の空き教室へ。ですが、おかしいのです。
Yes, and so I rushed straight over to the empty classroom opposite, but there's something strange. She tilts her head again and I nod.
あの日肝試しに訪れていた生徒は八代先輩の手で寮へと戻されていた。だから噂を広げたフックマンはいない。
The students who'd gone out on a dare that particular night had already been sent back to the dorms by Yatsushiro senpai. There was no hookman there to fuel the rumors.
なら、八重垣さんの言う始まりのフックマンでは。
And was it this original hookman you mentioned?
それはありえないのです。なぜなら、始まりのフックマンはすでに事を成していた。美術室に用はない。バスキア教諭。
That's not possible. How do I know that? Because the original hookman had already accomplished what they first came to do. They had no business in the art room, Sister Besquate.
あなたは美術室にいた別のものから目を背けさせるため、わざと悲鳴を上げたのですね。
You screamed on purpose to distract me from the other person who was in the art room. The air between us seems to solidify. I feel like time has suddenly slowed. It's not exactly the tension in the room. It's a mood I've never experienced before.
人の道を外れたら罰を受ける。
Remove yourself from regular human relationships, and you'll pay the price.
2番目の姉が自暴自棄になっていた私を諭した時の言葉です。
It's what my middle sister would say to admonish me whenever I fell into a depression. I say her name again.
隠していることは人倫に戻ることではありませんよね。
Doesn't hiding things run counter to the ethics that govern human relationships? I ask her. I'm hardly in a position to be asking that question, really, since I just declared that I was concealing the original hookman. Her lustrous honey-colored hair. Her voluptuous body. Her ever-sunny, impossible-to-hate personality. The person I idolize above all others is clearly struggling.
まあ、というのは建前で。
Well, that's what I should say. I stretch up and take hold of the shower head before beginning to rinse the soap suds off my body. Huh?
別に糾弾するつもりはないんです。ただ、バスキア教諭が何か困っているなら、私を頼ってほしかった。
I'm not trying to criticize you. It's just that if you're struggling with something, I want you to be able to confide in me.
八重垣さん、
Miss Yagaki.
誰かをかばってのことだというのは分かっています。それが善意なら構わない。
I know that you're covering for someone, and if it's for a good reason, then that's fine.
だが、もしバスキア教諭が困って、もし脅されているようなら。
But if you're in trouble, if you're being pressured in any way, then I'll crush him with everything I've got, I declare. Sister Basque gazes deep into my eyes like she's looking into my very soul.
平気よ、八重垣さん。何も困っていることなんてないわ。
Everything's fine, Miss Yagaki. I'm not in any trouble.
ならいいんです。
That's fine then.
いいの？
It is?
白羽とは違う。嘘でも未解決でも、それでみんなうまく回るならそれでいい。私がこんな真似をしたのは。
I'm not like Shirahane. I don't care about exposing lies or resolving unsolved mysteries. So long as everything turns out okay in the end, the reason I did all this? I realized too late that, faced with those earnest amber eyes, I've been spilling out of all my emotions in front of her.
何？
Yes.
あなたが幸せなら、それでいいんだ。
If you're happy, then that's all that matters. My whisper is too faint for her to hear. My heart hammers away loudly in my flat, towel-clad chest. My idol.
私はダメな教師ね。生徒にこんなにも心配をかけて。
To make my students worry about me, so I'm a terrible teacher.
確かに心配しましたし、柄にもないことをしましたけど、ダメなんかじゃないです。失格教師だったら、誕生日なんて祝われないでしょ。
It's true that you made me worry and you did something out of character, but you're not terrible. If you weren't fit to teach, do you think your students would throw a birthday party for you? Right. You're right, she smiles.
たくさんプレゼントをいただいて、高崎さんからも新しいバレエシューズをいただいたのよ。
I see so many presents. I even got a new pair of ballet shoes from Miss Takasaki. You said she wasn't getting her anything. I grind my teeth in annoyance, but at the same time, something hits me. I haven't given her my present yet.
フックマンのバタバタで失念してた。
Well, the hookman's still going down. It completely slipped my mind.
そう、花火師さんからは押し花をいただいたの。とても可愛いダリアの花よ。
And Miss Ambishi made me a pressed flower, a beautiful dahlia. No doubt she doesn't mean it that way, but it feels like I'm being compared, and I find myself automatically resenting the president. Damn, why she had to go and be such a girly girl? I want to be the one to give her a clever, thoughtful present.
長く教師を続けてきたけれど、今年の生徒はみんな優しく勤勉で、この学院の教師で本当に良かったと思うわ。
I've been a teacher for a long time, but the first year students this year are also kind. And you're all such hard workers, it's really made me thankful that I get to teach at this academy. An affectionate smile reminiscent of the Virgin Mary herself crosses Sister Basquate's face, and I quietly resolve myself.
先生、心苦しいと思っているなら、一つ頼まれてくれませんか？
Sister Basquate, it pains me to say this, but could I ask you for a favor?
私にできることならぜひ。
Oh, of course. If there's anything I can do, please ask.
なら、
Then... My cheeks and ears flush. I'm keenly aware that I'm not acting at all like myself. Still.
なら、バレエ発表会での振り付けのやり方ですが、詳しく教えてほしい。一人だと勝手がわからないんです。
Then I'd like you to teach me how to choreograph the ballet recital. I wouldn't know how to handle it on my own.
振り付け引き受けてくれるのね。
my. My. So you'll do the choreography. I'm so pleased.
先生
Sister! She wraps me up in a big hug and I squeak. Her soft body presses up against mine. I can feel not just my face, but my entire body turning red.
先生本当に苦しいですって
Sister Mask, wait. I really can't breathe.
ありがとう八重垣さん。
Thank you, Miss Yagaki. I wriggle in her grasp, but she shows no sign of withdrawing her soft, warm body.
たまには甘えるのもいいか
Maybe it's okay for me to indulge myself like this sometimes. I stop struggling against the warmth of her body, which reminds me of my mother. Instead, bury my face in her sweet-smelling chest.
The
story in Grimm's fairy tale is called Mary's Child. It tells the story of how a girl born into a poor family is taken by the Virgin Mary at 3 years old to live a life happily in heaven.
天国で幸せな生活を送る物語だ。女の子が
The girl
14
14
歳
years
にな
old,
った
Mary
折に
departs on a journey.
旅に出
Leaving
る
the
マ
girl
リ
with
ア
her
様から
keys.
鍵を
Once the
預
girl
かる
never
こととな
opened
っ
the
た。
door number 13.
そして13番目の扉を開けてはならないとことづけられる。しかし
But
女
the
の子は
girl's
好奇
curious and she
心
opens
か
the
ら
door number 13.
13番目
When
の
Mary returns
扉
from
を
her
開け
travels,
て
she
しまう。
notices that the door has been opened and questions the girl.
旅から戻ったマリア様が扉を開けたことに気づき問いただすも女の子は開けてい
The
ない
girl
と
solely
固く
insists
な
that
に
she
言い
didn't
張る。
open it. The girl disobeyed instructions
言
and
い
lied
つ
to
けを
cover it
守ら
up.
ず
And Mary
嘘
expels
を
her
つ
from
いた
heaven,
女の子
taking
を
her
マ
power
リ
to
ア様
speak
は
from
許
her.
さず口を聞けなくし天国から追放した。その後
After living alone and miserable for many years, the girl is
身寄りなく幾年か泣き暮らす
discovered by a passing prince and they get
通りか
married.
かった王子に
They live
拾わ
happily
れ
together and the girl falls
結婚
pregnant.
することとなる。
However,
仲睦まじく過ごし子供を授かった。しかし子供が
on
生
the
ま
eve
れ
for
た
her
晩
child is born, Mary appears at the
Maria
girl's
様
bedside
が
and asks her if she
枕元
opens
に
the door
立
number
つ。
13. The
13
girl, who's
番
now
目の
queen,
扉
again
を開けていな
obstinately
いのだ
insists
ね
she did not.
と問われお妃となった女は堅くなに開けていないと答えた。嘘の代償として
As
子供を
recompense
奪
for
わ
the
れる
lie,
妃
Mary takes a child. After that, she has
その
second
後
and then
二度
third
三度
child, and each time she
子
has
供が
asked
生まれ
questions, she lies, and each time her
同
child is
じ
taken
質
from
問を
her.
されるも嘘をついたためその度こうさらわれてしまう。物語の最後に
At the end of
改
the
心
story,
し
the
たお
reformed
妃
queen
が
becomes
嘘を
ashamed
恥じ
of her lie.
罪を告白したことで
She opened the door and
連
has
れ
her
去ら
three
れた子
children
は
returned
3
to
人と
her.
も返され許された。
The
14
girl
歳
lost
の折
everything
に
to
つ
the
い
life
た
until
嘘
at
で
age
全てを
14,
失い
and had those precious stories
嘘を
taken
つ
from
き
her
続け
time
た
and
ため
again because of her
大切なものを
continued
幾度
refusal
も
to tell the
奪われる。
truth. When I heard the story, I thought of my
このお
precious
話
friend.
を聞き私は大切な友人を思った。これから始まる物語
The story
は
that begins now is that of Mary's
失
children
ったもの
struggling
を
to get
取り
back
戻
what
そ
they
う
have
とあがく
lost.
マリアの子供たちのお話。
Next episode, Mankind, Mary's Child, Chapter 6. I hope you had fun, and I'll see you on the next one. Whoops. I'll get back there, and I'll see you then.